Hi everyone, it's Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards, and I just wanted to hop on to show you a really quick project using our beautiful new Heartfelt Daisy cut and emboss folder. So to make this card, we are going to be using the Heartfelt Daisy cut and emboss folder. We're also going to be using the Sentiment Borders stamp and die set, and we are going to be using the Daisy Elements stamp and die set. I am also going to be using the Summer Meadows paper pad as well. So to get started, I've cut a piece of crystal white pearl card down to just under 6 inches. I'm going to place that into my cut and emboss folder and run this through my die cutting machine. I'm using my Gemini, so I'm going to use my my base plate and my clear cutting plate. So you just treat these like a normal embossing folder. I'm going to run that through my machine like so. And I'll just grab this when it comes out the other end, just so it doesn't go flying across the room. Okay, are you ready for the grand reveal? So when we take this out, you can see how you've got all of that beautiful embossed detail in the background, but then you've got all of these fabulous flowers that are going to lift and pop and give you the most amazing dimension on your finished projects. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of hourglass glitter, which is an ultra fine. It's like a silvery chrome glitter, but it allows the colour to show through from underneath. I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper, and I'm also going to take some dry clear PVA glue with our fine tip applicator. Now I have got one that I've already prepped and done for this because it is a little bit time consuming, but what I'm going to do is just trace some of these beautiful embossed swirls in the background like so. So you can just go in with your glue, trace these swirls. I'll just do a couple just to show you. And then you can take your glitter and apply your glitter over the top. And then you can see how it really just highlights and embellishes that embossed detail. So I've got one that's all done and dry, which is this one here. So you can then see the effect that that then gives. It is so pretty and so sparkly. So what I'm going to do next is pop this glitter back into the jar. We are of course going to be using that again in a moment. But what I've then done is I've taken the dies from the Daisy Elements stamp and die set. So I've taken these ones here. Now the stamps and dies do line up, so if you want to use them like that you can do. But for this particular project, what I've done is taken one of the lovely papers from the Summer Meadows paper pad, and I've actually just die cut out some of the flowers because it's got like a very slight polka dot kind of pattern to it. So I thought that would be really pretty. So I've die cut out lots of these Daisy Element flowers, and we're just going to start to layer these up onto our cut and emboss folder design here. So I'll just get all of these out. Now there are a couple, so I've got some which have got like a more florally side on, and then I've got some that have got more pinks on them and things as well. So these are going to look super pretty when we get these all layered up onto here. So what I'm going to do again is just use my dry clear PVA glue. I'm going to stick the first one down flat. So there is like a little way. Let's do kind of, you can work your way around. These designs are all hand drawn as well, so they will line up. You don't have to be kind of too precise about it. I'm going in there. It's still going to look really nice and kind of give it a nice layered effect when we come to put the card together. Let me pop this one under here. So a little bit of glue again, just into the background. Into there. Sometimes the petals just don't quite grab. There we go. Then we're going to do exactly the same at the bottom. I'm not happy with how I've stuck that one on, so let's just have a little look. I wonder if it goes. These do line up. It's just a case of finding which petals match with which ones. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same again on this one here. But like I say, I don't kind of stress about it too much or anything like that, because it just kind of adds to that lovely 3D effect when you layer these up. So we'll pop that one onto there, like so. Okay, and then what you can do is go in and just lift the little daisy petals in the background. Okay, and do exactly the same on this one here. Just work your way around, lifting these up. I'm going to trim these petals off the bottom there as well. Grab my scissors. I need to just trim that bit away there. We are going to pop a banner across the middle, so it will all make sense in a moment. And then we can take some more of these flowers and just kind of pinch the petals up towards you, and then just give them a little twist, like so. So we really are kind of layering these up and adding depth and dimension. Do exactly the same with the next one here. Okay, this is such a pretty project to be making as well. Okay, see, we've lost one of my daisies. Okay, we'll build that up in a moment. And we're going to do exactly the same with these ones here. So just by layering this up like so, you can lift those petals up. And then we'll take another one of these, and I'm going to give this one a little bit of shape. So I'm just going to pinch down the middle. So, and then we'll add a little bit of glue into the centre and just layer that up. I'll use my scissors just to give that a little press down there. Okay. This one on as well here, and this one down here. So you can see how this then starts to come together. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of shaping with this flower as well to go on the top. So we'll just work our way around. Bit of glue in the middle, and stick that down there. You can see how pretty this is going to look when it's all built up and finished. Okay, and then a little bit of glue there. It's going to go down onto there like so. Then we've got some of these lovely smaller flowers just to go over the top of these ones. So this is like a paper piecing technique, which is really nice to do actually. It's nice and easy. That one onto there. And just start to build these little flowers up into the background. Like so. Another couple here. One, go there, and this one will go there. So you can see how this then starts to all come together. Then what I'm also going to do, I'm going to die cut an extra couple out. So I'm just going to grab some of my papers from the lovely Summer Meadows pad, and I do believe it was this one that I used to die cut out the flowers. So it's like a watercolour effect paper, and then we're going to take a little piece of this, so this section from here, okay, and then we're going to use our daisy elements. I'm going to die cut a daisy and one of these largest flowers out of there. Just grab a little bit of low tack tape just to hold those in place. Okay. and then we'll just quickly run this through our die cutting machine again. And if we take that out, you can see how we've got that lovely daisy die cut, and we've also got the smaller flower die cut as well. So we're just going to layer these up. Pull the petals up towards the centre with that daisy. It's going to go onto there. Like so you can see how pretty that looks. And then what we can do is we can go in and start to lift all of the elements. So all of the little leaves, all of the petals, and you can see how fab this starts to look. If you've got a pokey tool, it makes it really easy as well, because you can just go in and push the little petals through. Like so. Okay, so you can see how that's then created that lovely effect on there. So what we're going to do is do a little bit of matting and layering. What I think I might do actually is colour those leaves with a little bit of green glitter. So I'm going to take my grasshopper glitter, which is one of our lovely sparklicious glitters, and I'm just going to cover the leaves like so, just with that little bit of glue there. Glue on here, and then we'll take our scrap paper and we'll just sprinkle this over. So this is grasshopper glitter that I'm using, and we'll tap away the excess. You can see how that just adds that little pop of colour and really adds a little bit of contrast against the pink. Like so. Okay, I'm going to grab in some little jewels, just to pop in the background. Just give me 2 seconds. There we are. I had a little tidy up in my craft room before, and I've seemed to have misplaced things, should we say. So we'll add some of these lovely pale pink jewels just into the middle. So we'll pop the largest ones in the centre here. These are from the bling boxes that will be coming soon as well. Okay, and we'll take some of these smaller ones. Next size down. The glue that I'm using will dry clear as well, so don't panic if you think you're going to see a little bit of glue in the background. You won't when it dries. Add a little dot of glue into those ones. The really nice small jewels. Like so. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take some little pearls. I'm going to just dot some of these about in the background. So these are just some smaller pearls. So you can see how you've got some like flowers embossed on the embossing folder. So I've just put a little dot of glue in the middle of where those are, and then I'm just going in and adding a little pearl. And I'm going to do exactly the same just at the top. So you can see how pretty that then starts to look and how it's all starting to come together. What I've then done is I've taken one of the sentiment borders from the sentiment border set and I've die cut out the straight one. So this actually layers perfectly across the middle here. Just pick that up. You see how that's going to fit in the gap. So what we'll then do is pick a sentiment. So we could go for with love, birthday wishes. I'm going to go for with love on this one. Got my acrylic block here. And I'm going to use my clear embossing ink pad. And we'll just use a little bit of metallic silver, super fine, I think, to emboss this one. Okay, I'm going to give my little die cut a dust with my anti-static bag. Going to ink up my sentiment. Then I'm just going to hover into the middle and press. Use the metallic silver super fine embossing powder. Tap away the excess again. I'm going to pop the excess powder back into the jar and then we're going to heat this up. So using the heat gun, we're just going to hold the heat gun still. And as soon as that powder melts and changes, you can just move that heat gun over the image, like so. And then I'm going to pop a couple of foam pads just onto the back. What I think I might do again, and I do like to do this quite often, is I think I might do a little double layer of foam pads. Then it's just going to make it lift and pop off the card a little bit more. Do that little double layer like this, pop those together, and that is going to go across the centre of my card, like so. So you can see how perfectly that's all starting to come together now. So what we're going to do is do some matting and layering in the background. Okay, so what I've done, I'm actually going to make a 7x7 card for a change. So I've taken one of the really pretty daisy papers and I've cut that down to fit on my card blank. I've then taken a piece of crystal white pearl card and a piece of polka dot paper and we're going to mat those together. So the paper's again from the Summer Meadows paper pad. Then we've got some silver mirror card and then our beautiful little toppers are going to go on the top like so. So to build this up, I'm going to take the 2 pieces of patterned paper and I'm going to edge these with a chisel tip glue pen and cover them with some glass slipper glitter. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to I'll sprinkle my glitter down the middle of my paper to start with. Okay, and then I'm going to take a chisel tip glue pen. So we do have these on the website. I'm going to drag that along the edge of my card, dunk that into my glitter like so. Okay, and then you can see that gives you a lovely little glittery border going around the edge. I'm going to do exactly the same with my other piece of daisy patterned paper. Okay. I'm going to go along like each side of the card like so. Okay, and then we're going to pop that into the jar. And then we're going to start mat and layer our card up. Okay, so I've got a 7x7 card blank. I'm going to take my patterned paper and I'm just going to stick that directly onto the top there. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my dry's clear glue for this. So a little bit of glue on the back. And this one's going to go down onto my base card like so. Okay, and then we're going to stick our polka dot paper onto that piece of pearl white card, and we're going to stick that one on flat to start with there, like so. And then we're going to put some foam pads on the back of this just to give it that little bit of lift. So a few foam pads on the back. Just take the backs off these. These are all foam pads on a roll that I'm using as well, that you can get on the website. They are amazing, they're easy lift, and they are brilliant for your mats and layers. You get a massive roll of them as well. Then I'm going to take my mirror card and I'm going to pop that one on foam pads as well. Just a few foam pads on the back, like so. And just quickly take the backs off of there. I'm going to go onto my card blank, and then we'll just pop some foam pads onto the back of here. And the reason why I'm using foam pads to stick this piece on is because it'll give it, like, when the light shines through it, the light will dance underneath where you've got these fabulous raised parts of the cut and emboss folder. So it just works really, really well to be able to use it in that way. So I'm going to pop a couple of foam pads down here, and I'm just going to grab a couple of extra foam pads out of the drawer just to pop across the centre there as well. I do like to make sure that my cards are always very well stuck together. I don't want any little bits kind of falling off or anything like that. So we'll get that piece stuck down there. And then we're going to be taking the backs off of here. Like so. So we'll just peel these away. And when we place this down, to our card, that would then be your finished project. But you can see how this is a lovely, quick and easy project to make. Any little flowers you had left over as well, of course, you could be adding in. So I might add a couple into the, should we add a couple into the corner there? Put some little jewels in the middle of them to finish them off. A tiny blob in the middle there. Stuck that one to my finger. There we go. Just use a little bit of glue gel just to stick these on. But you can see how pretty this then looks, but how easy the card was to make. You could, of course, die cut a few more to maybe build up a couple more corners, but that would then be your finished project. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this super quick little video. If you haven't done so already, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. If you are watching on Facebook, hop over and give our page a like, Chloe's Creative Cards. All of the products that I've used to make this project are available on chloescreativecards.co.uk. We do ship internationally, so please do hop over to the website and have a look.